gosh, man.
What is up, Goon Squad? Welcome back to the channel. So today is paint prep day. We got a lot of wet sanding to do, but before we can wet sand, there is a lot of trim pieces that we gotta take apart, like this mirror handle and all this right here. And while I'm gonna be taking stuff apart, he's gonna be on this side, finishing up this quarter panel because there is still a good bit of work. He's gotta sand that dry and then get it ready for more primer. And if we do have time today, we'll try to get this whole entire trunk area painted, because there is primer where we had to weld this quarter panel in, and we're pretty much gonna do the same thing that we did to the door jamb.
Oh yeah, and we also have this heater going.
Look at it, man.
Let's see how hot it is in there. It's blazing.
We just started up this morning, and man, because it is chilly, finally we get to actually use it.
So finally we're gonna be sanding in comfort.
That's right.
You know, we've got our cold water. We're gonna be sanding here. I mean, water is gonna get on the floor, but that's not a big deal. That's what shops are made for.
About it.
That's what shops are made for. So let's get it, man. Let's start taking stuff apart and let's start sanding.
All right, so this whole entire side is pretty much prepped for wet sanding. All I gotta do is grab a bucket of water and a 600 grit on a soft pad and get to sanding. All right, so I got this door completely wet sanded. Let's see what Billy over here did.
Billy over here.
What'd you get?
Sanded down the primer with the 180, dry sanded everything to get all these lines really sharp. And then next thing I'm gonna do is sand the whole entire quarter panel. I gotta do a little bit of body work right here, maybe right here. There may be a slight little bend there. I wanna get that perfect.
I blame that on the dealership.
Yeah, I think that was the dealership. We just noticed it. So I'm gonna go ahead and sand the whole entire quarter panel after this. And then we'll be ready to prime this side in. I'm probably gonna go ahead and primer the whole entire quarter panel after this, and it's gonna be a whole lot easier to sand afterwards.
Yeah, so right now we're going to get something to eat and possibly look for some more lights to put under the loft area.
Yeah, we heard a company around here that does signs. They have some nice LED lights. We're gonna stop by and check them out.
Let's go. And I know you guys probably missed a Hellcat, but that's what we're gonna be driving right now, is this Hellcat. Man, I miss driving it. Haven't drove it in a while. Look at this. We still got the burnt rubber right there.
Oh, we're gonna leave it on there. That's what Hellcats do.
That's what a Hellcat is.
That's what Hellcat owners do. Woo! That's scary.
Man, this thing is a beast, man.
Oh yeah.
It is a beast. Got the paddle shifter. I don't ever use the paddle shifters though.
Don't need them. We got our, our wing stop. The best place right now to get your wings.
Woo-wee. I'm driving around in 500 mode is because it's just a little bit too much on the transmission.
Yeah, it shifts a lot smoother in the street transmission. In street mode, shifts a lot smoother.
Honestly, still burning rubber though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, still tons of power.
Tons of power. So we're gonna catch you guys back at the house and we're gonna continue working. And we're roasty and toasty here, man. We actually got some hardwood here. I'm pretty sure you're allowed to burn hardwood.
Yeah, that's raw wood anyway.
Yes, it's unrefined or whatever you call it, but we're gonna warm this place up and we're gonna get right back to work, man. Need a lot more wood. As you can see, we already burned up all of it pretty much, which is pretty chilly today, which is perfect, man. We get to actually test it and it's working just great. So now, I mean, this sanding process is taking a bit long, but that's what you expect with a 600 grit.
Gotta get it right.
Yep, that's true. I mean, it's coming right along though. I got this whole area done. All I got left is that pillar. And then we're gonna jump on the other side. And all we got left on this other side.
Got to primer this whole entire side. It's ready to, and then
just that door right there. We got to take it apart also too, but that's gonna be really simple.
That should be it. And we're still waiting on our fenders from the dealership.
Oh man, I can't believe that.
They're having an issue. They're saying it's super hard to get them fenders. I don't know. They're probably made out of gold or some kind of titanium, because
some sort of special metal.
It's just a regular Camaro fenders. They all fit, but they're super hard to get, so it sucks. But we might have to fix the old ones. So
hey man, if it comes
down to it, yeah, I'm just gonna sit there and fix them, because I'm not gonna be waiting. We've been waiting over like a month or something already.
Yeah, 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, we did damage one of them, but the other one's not even in, so
yeah, so
that's crazy. But let's get back into it, man, and try to get this all complete.
Alright, so now that this whole entire side is pretty much completely wet sanded, we're going to jump onto that other side where the quarter panel was replaced. And actually underneath this quarter panel right here, this lip right here needs to be rolled. But before we can roll it, which we do got a fender roller, you actually got to apply some panel bond in there. That way it sticks to it really nice and it's on there for good. So we're actually going to turn the car around, put it up on the quick jack, roll this fender, and then we're going to prime this entire quarter panel in.
So we brought in the device here. Oh, we could take this sticker off. Right?
Yeah, it's made in
it's Amazon, made on Amazon. This was actually we bought it from Amazon, 50 bucks. So we're about to put it to the test for you guys.
Yeah, we got to drill these holes a little bit bigger, because these it does fit. It's just they're too tight. You know,
yeah,
loosen them up a little bit.
This stud won't fit into there.
So we gotta
drill it out a little bit, and we're gonna put it to the test. I've never used one of these before, so it's gonna be pretty neat, I guess, seeing how it works.
Yeah, if it even
I mean,
works.
it's a pretty simple tool here. So let's go ahead and I guess extend it. You probably want to extend it. Lift it up.
How do you use this ricer machine? Look at that.
Oh, it tilts like that.
So we need a...
Dude, that is awesome. 50 bucks. Roll your fenders.
Don't be using socket heads.
Don't be using this and driving
wheel
between the tire and the dang fender. So the car is in neutral. Let's see what it does now. I guess you just roll it. It needs to be more. That's pretty dang cool, man. I gotta say.
Is it rolling it?
It's rolling it outwards. Oh, it's working. Oh, we need to put panel bond in there first.
Yeah.
Guys, let me know in the comment section. Is he doing it right or is he doing it wrong?
This is my first time ever using this such a device.
Such a nice device here. so the rice device doesn't seem to be working because it actually is flaring the whole entire fender out here.
Yeah, flared it out, put a lip, so.
A little bit of Bondo there.
So I have to just do it the old fashioned way and just beat it in.
So we got that flare rolled and Bondo just to get it perfectly smooth. Now we're gonna tape it up, wrap it, and shoot some primer. Alright, so the quarter panel is complete. It is primed in. We also went ahead and threw a guide coat. That way we can come back in the morning and finish wet sanding. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Alright guys, so it is the next day here. Today the primer is dry and we're gonna completely finish wet sanding the entire car.
So we're gonna go ahead and unravel the entire car because we did have to tape it up for the primer. But man, it's nice and smooth. We put some Bondo there and it is ready to be completely finished up and prepped for paint, I guess, right?
Yep, we're gonna completely sand this whole entire car now. And then hopefully we can get this thing painted right here in the trunk area. That's our main concern, is to get all this painted so we can go ahead and throw the trunk on and not worry about that anymore.
Exactly, that's why we did that to this side. We want to go ahead and knock out all the jams. That way you throw on your body panels and then you just paint the whole outside of the car. I know a lot of people are wondering, but that's why we did it that way.
That's right. So finally, we just finished sanding the whole entire car other than the roof. We're gonna leave that for the last step before we take it to the paint booth. But other than that, we're gonna go ahead and jump on this rear section right here, sand it all down, all this stuff, so we can go ahead and seam seal it and paint it.
So while all this seam sealer dries, it's gonna take about an hour. We're actually gonna go have a little drift battle. So it's gonna be the Mustang versus the Hellcat in the backyard. Just a little drifting. Running low on some fuel, but we're just gonna send it. Gonna send it. Me and Billy are just gonna send it. I'm gonna go first. We can't be both drifting. That's gonna be a little bit too sketchy. Oh, it's a little bit wet too.
Round one elimination.
Alright, I didn't really want to tear up the grass, but did I do a decent one right there?
It was all right.
Alright, man. That traction control is, I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, it's pretty like, I don't really understand
I don't want to make excuses. Let's see if you can beat me.
Alright, here you go.
I just didn't want to have to do a lot of cleanup. Look at that. It needed a clean anyway, so we'll be cleaning it right afterwards, guys. Let's see what he's got. The crowd killer is winning. All right, man. I think you might have won on that
This
one.
thing just slides. It's so long. That Hellcat's just so short. And
Yeah, I was just, you know, I was easy. I was halfway throttle. Had a little fun there. Now it's time to clean them suckers up after we finish working up on the Camaro. So,
all right, so after that drifting session, which I think I won, comment below who do you think was better. I mean, I'm pretty good at drifting. But anyways, we're gonna hop back on over here where we need to paint. We went ahead and outlined it with tape. Now we're gonna throw some of this clear wrap over it and hopefully spray this sucker in and we'll be done with the trunk area. Alright, so we just wrapped the whole entire car. It's ready to get sprayed, so let's go ahead and mix up our paint, get our guns ready, and start spraying.
man, that paint job turned out great, and also the clear coat went down smooth. Just check that out. Look at this seam though, man. That seam right there is OEM. You gotta admit, that's an OEM seam right there.
Yep, that's it.
Turned out super good. We're gonna go ahead and untape the whole entire car, and that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. A lot of work was done. The most important and the most time-consuming stuff was done right before the paint job, which is the wet sanding. All the jams are painted now, so that's knocked out of the way. All we gotta do now is throw the panels back on the car, like the trunk, and also I guess the hood once we paint the bottom of that. And we're still waiting on fenders. Hopefully they come in next week and we can paint this entire car. Man, I cannot wait to throw that front end together, the rear end. Just throw the whole car back together.
Careful.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be real careful. It's still very wet. But we took some of your guys' advice on the tape job. I mean, we kind of knew that, but we actually used it this time, right?
Yeah.
Folding the tape back a little bit, that way it doesn't leave a hard line. As you can see, we tried it out and we appreciate you guys. Look at that, that's beautiful.
Another trash bag.
Alrighty guys, so that is a wrap. Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you haven't, be sure to drop a like. And if you're not subscribed, be sure to hit the subscribe button now. Also, everybody, be sure to turn on your post notifications so you don't miss out on anything. And if you haven't, be sure to follow us on Instagram at Goon Squad to get a sneak peek of what we're doing that day. Also guys, if you haven't, be sure to visit goonsquad.com, copy some merch, and support your boys. Thank you guys for all the love and support, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.